F1, or Formula One, is not just a sport, it's a combination of speed, strategy, and grade. With the noise of the engines, the competition, and the decisions that are made in a split second, it captures the attention of millions. But while there are those who are F1 enthusiasts and know everything about the sport, it can at times be quite intimidating to the newcomers. There's so many rules and regulations combined with the technological sophistication in race tactics, it can get quite confusing. So let's make it simple. Now, what really is F1? F1 is the pinnacle of motorsport, where everything relies on speed, skill, and glamour. Combining the world's greatest drivers with top manufacturers like Ferrari and McLaren creates the most technologically advanced cars in history. F1 travels the world to get to the most beautiful circuits, from classics like Silverstone to new street circuits like the Miami Grand Prix. F1 covers all of it. F1 has the most insane speeds and accelerations supercars could only dream of. Top speeds reach up to 370 kilometers an hour, and G-forces only fighter pilots can relate to really set F1 apart. F1 is about pushing the limits of what humans can do in speed, science, and nerves. F1 may appear to the untrained eye as an individual sport where people just race, but F1 is more of a team sport than anything. Currently, 10 teams contest the grid of F1. 2 drivers from each team race against each other in the Grand Prix. To make this happen, each driver is supported by a crew of mechanics, engineers, and strategists to squeeze every little bit of performance out of the car. Race weekends start with 3 practices to fine-tune the car before the 3-part knockout qualifying session against the clock. This determines the starting grid order, where the fastest qualifiers begin at the front end, pole position. Certain weekends contain F1 sprint events, short extra races with their own qualifyings. These happen before the main Grand Prix race at a third of the Grand Prix distance. These sprints add a whole new layer of danger, as if you damage your car in the sprint, your entire Grand Prix could be affected. There are extra points for the sprint's top 8 finishers, going from 8 points for first down to 1 for 8th. On race day, the 5 lights come on one by one before going out to start the race. Drivers must react within 0.2 seconds to even have a chance of maintaining or gaining position. They muscle their cars around the track as fast as possible to reach the checkered flag at the finish line first, or after a distance of 305 kilometers or a time limit of 2 hours. During the race, drivers reach 370 kilometers an hour on the straights and withstand cornering forces of up to 5 Gs. Could you imagine doing this for 2 hours straight? On top of that, to press the brake pedal down, drivers have to output 150 kilograms of force with just their left foot. When they corner, they experience forces similar to a space shuttle launch. Speed is one thing, but drivers need to overtake in order to gain position. F1 races are long, and a small braking concentration could create an opportunity for an opposing driver to pass. Drivers can also get in a slipstream, an area of disturbed air behind the car that lets a following car go faster, move alongside, and pass. All drivers have to stop at their garages, known as their pit box, at least once for a change of tires. This, called a pit stop, can be completed by the best teams in just 2 seconds flat. There are different grades of tires that either last longer or drive faster. These include the fastest soft, to medium, to the slowest hard. In case of rain or a wet track, teams also have intermediate tires and wet tires. Intermediate tires are for a damp mix of terrain, and wet tires are for wet terrain. The teams must decide which sets will work best for the race strategy, which creates a thrilling blend of on-track battles and pit stop strategy that keeps fans guessing to the final lap. When the checkered flag falls, the top 3 gets trophies on F1's tiered podium above a crowd of fans before the sport's iconic celebration ceremony. A Grand Prix win is worth 25 points and fewer on a sliding scale for finishers down to 10th. Drivers don't get prize money, but teams do based on their final championship points. Even just a 1-place improvement in a year can mean a massive financial injection to help improve car performance further. At the end of the year, trophies are given out to the driver and the team with the most points across all races, marked with their name alongside every other winning name in Formula One history. Since its birth in 1950, Formula One has always been the pinnacle of motorsport. Having developed the world's most efficient V6 hybrid engine, F1 is at the forefront of tomorrow's motoring technology. On track, it has produced larger-than-life legends, cult heroes, and rivalries that have shook decades. F1 never stops evolving and improving, all in search of an extra fraction of a second. There really is nothing like Formula One.